Conserving your energy is going to be one of the most important things that you do in your life. Conserving it. Conserving it is holding it, making sure that you don't succumb to any energy leaks. So you've got energy conservation, then you've got energy cultivation, where you grow it, you expand it. Now, a misconception is that just conserving your energy is not that important and you should always be growing and on the move and have continuous momentum. Now, that is very important, and that's going to be an important step of growth, stepping outside of your comfort zone. However, in order to cultivate energy, in order to grow it, you have to expend energy. However, in order to conserve it, you can almost see that like an investment. So let me pose it to you like this, okay? If you use money as an analogy, in order to grow a business, you either have to expend your time or you're going to put your money into it where there can potentially be a high risk on that money. That's the cultivation. That's you trying to grow something, expand something. The conservation is investing it into something that's low risk, but short term investment over time. It's more sustainable. Is putting it into a high interest account with a low percentage yield, but it's guaranteed. The effort and the time is minimal in that process. However, the effort and time in the other process to make something grow at a quicker rate is much higher. Now, you have to identify what season of your life you're in. Sometimes you're going to have to expend energy, and you can understand that that energy that you're expending can be completely lost. And sometimes you have to cultivate the energy and you have to build up the power within you to become a stronger person so that you're then ready for that next level. And I think this is something that people don't talk about. Sometimes it's okay to be in that quiet period. Sometimes it's okay to conserve your energy, to sit back and to not let it dissipate and spread amongst people that don't deserve it. Because the issue you have then is you're not the best version of yourself. They're taking it and they're not using it correctly. And, there's the age old adage, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you have nothing left, you can't give to the people that you really care about. So you have to be super conscious of those around you that are just trying to take your energy and you get nothing back. Sometimes the best thing to do in that situation is to conserve your energy, limit it, categorize people that pour into you, people that don't. And going forward, you can then recategorize into long-term investment with this person and someone that could go into limited association. Because if you're not getting any return in any way, and we're establishing that energy is probably one of the most important things in this life, one of the most important things, a lot of people say time. Now, you can have all the time in the world, but if you have zero energy, you're not going to be able to execute on the things that you need to do. So conserve it. Conserve that energy. Make sure that your energy is at a stable level where you can give it out at a consistent, sustainable level. And that way, you're going to grow over time a lot more efficiently. And it's also going to compound. When you always try to cultivate the energy, cultivating energy takes energy within itself. You have to put energy in. However, it's higher risk. Higher risk, potentially higher reward, but you may never get that energy that you put out back. So always observe in scenarios, what's draining my energy? Where's it going? Where are the cracks? Where are the leaks? Be cognizant of it. Don't get emotional about it, but just adjust and adapt accordingly. Because that is where you're gonna, see things start to shift. Because you have one of the most abundant resources. Everything is energy, high frequency, even heat. Rubbing your hands together. Heat is the vibration that the molecules are moving at. They're moving quicker. That kinetic energy can actually cause something. It can cause a fire. That's what it is that friction. Okay. You want to be vibrating at a level where you've constantly got the energy, because that's going to power the rest of your life. That's going to power your dreams. But in order to have it sustainable, sometimes you need to conserve it. Kick back, observe, and it's not always cultivation season Sometimes for your energy, it's conservation season.